So if you're the cow responsible for making this ice cream, you've made some of the best ice cream I've ever tasted.
Moo.
Oh, wait. Bummer.
Do not sit on the couch. Okay.
Okay, welcome to this week's episode of Luv Subbin. And as you can see, it's a misty, kind of coolish day here at Ellacoya State Park in Guilford, New Hampshire.
We came up here to escape the heat, and I think we found some cooler temperatures.
Yeah, the weather has finally turned. We're under actually a severe weather warning right now.
Which should be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be I think Bennington is under a tornado warning.
We are, what, a warning or a watch?
Tornado watch.
Correct.
Yeah, tornado watch. And we'd said, you know, if we're going to get hit by a tornado, we might as well be in the airstream.
We are under a tornado watch as well, I think.
Yep.
So maybe we'll see a water spout.
All right, let's go ahead and check out Ellacoya State Park.
So we just changed sites,
yep,
and it was just a short distance just across the way. Did you do anything different on the hitch-up process?
And that's the other great thing about a checklist is that you can actually skip steps when you don't need to do things like check tire pressure, check the oil. I did not put the weight distribution bars because we're only going 0.2 miles, and if you're wondering, yes, I did record that in my logbook, a 0.2 mile tow to add to the overall mileage that we tow. We capture everything. So yeah, there are some steps that were skipped, but still pretty easy.
Yeah, and there was a few steps I skipped inside as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just 0.2 miles level through a campground.
Yep.
Okay, so we're beginning our day heading off to the Loon Center at kind of a shack, huh?
Yeah, it's a little creamy dairy shack, I guess.
So we just saw this on the side of the road, and we always like these shacks. We're not doing seafood today, but burgers and fries and just kind of...
It looks very local, so...
Yeah, kind of a drizzly, crappy day, but it's all what you make of it, right?
It is. So this is very simple, and it's perfect little stop over before we hit the Loon Museum, and it'll do the job. The fries look great. The fries are indeed good.
Classic roadside stand, huh?
Exactly.
So we are here at the Loon Center in, I think it's Center Harbor or Moultonboro, New Hampshire?
In Moultonboro, yeah.
And we're learning all things about loons, how they winter in the ocean so that they can catch fish.
Right.
Because the lakes are frozen. And Lake Winnipesaukee is a huge area for loon nesting and loon behavior. We've seen them all over the place.
Yep. And we've seen them in Vermont too.
Yep. We filmed their call. It's at the end screen of our video. So if you stay to the end of the video, you'll hear a little bit of loon. That's an authentic loon. That's an authentic loon we taped in Island Pond, Vermont. Mm-hmm. And you can see behind me they have a couple of webcams, live webcams. You can see that right there of two nesting loons. You can see them at their YouTube channel for loon.org or loon.org. You can check out the webcam there.
And if you want to check out the video where we filmed the call at Island Pond, there we can link the video up here, right? Absolutely.
But yeah, the eggs are due to hatch. It says July 13th through the 15th, so you can see some baby loons hatch.
Yep.
And yeah,
it's kind of fun.
They've also been making these floating homes, these floating nests, so that low water levels don't prohibit nesting, as well as it helps guard against predators. So.
And also it's the habitats that are taken over by people building houses along the edge of the water here in Lake Winnipesaukee, so this gives them some additional habitat space.
There's the loon abundance in New Hampshire. And there's Lake Winnipesaukee, and you can quite a bit of both territorial and nesting pairs around Lake Winnipesaukee.
I don't know if you can see them, but there are a pair of loons out there. Kind of unusual at this time of year because most of them are nesting.
So as soon as we're checking things out here, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing my little shirt that I bought at the Loon Center yesterday. So it's sort of to help support the center and everything, but it was a very comfortable and very soft shirt.
So the services here at Ellacoya State Park are pretty basic. It's 30 amp only and 30 and 20 amp, so there's no 50 amp service. Water pressure was around 40 psi and the solids were at 61 psi. We're not boosting. There's a variety of pull-through and back-end sites all along this grass surface here. The pull-throughs over there are kind of weird.
Yep.
In that it confuses everybody, ourselves included, in that you pull through, but you pull through to the end there.
And you could drive out that way, I suppose.
You kind of sort of, we backed out when we actually switched sites.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen a lot of people back out of that thing. So you kind of pull in, but back out. You could go through, but it's just unusual. It's just an unusual setup for that. But pretty big sites, beautiful. We're right on the shores of Lake Winnipesaukee there. Site 19 has an unobstructed view of the lake, which would be something to consider.
Yep.
But the thing with Ellacoya, and I think it's most New Hampshire state parks, we found this at Hampton Beach State Park, is that there's no pets allowed.
During the camping season.
Right. So you can't have any dogs or whatever, so that might be a bummer to a lot of people, not to us. But overall, it's one of our favorite places to go ahead and hit some memories of Lake Winnipesaukee.
So the last time we were here, it might have been a couple of years ago, they were actually refurbishing these bathrooms. And so let's check them out and see what they did to improve them. So they have these nice individual shower rooms, and they're each coded because I think people were coming in and using them, but let's check them out. So as you can see, it's a very nice shower room. The only trick is, it's pay showers. You get 3 minutes for 75 cents. So
it's been a while since we've seen one of them, huh?
Yeah, so just be aware that they are pay showers, but they're very nice. And they did put in a laundromat.
Yeah, that was super nice.
Yeah. So, and it wasn't that expensive. You said it was what, $1.50 for one load and $1 to dry?
Yep.
So that's very reasonable.
Good condition washer dryers.
Mm-hmm.
Nice room.
Yes.
So it's $60 a night here. And that attracts some pretty nice campers. The last time we were here, we actually saw one of the new Bolus Road Chiefs, which is sweet. You can see that picture here.
Yeah.
But it was very unusual to see one of those.
Beautiful tippin right there.
Yeah, really nice at Phaeton.
So let's go check out this little creek that's supposed to be over here. Let's see what that is. So this is behind site number 33, and this is just a nice little brook back here. And it does create a little bit of coolness back here. So if you have a site on this side of the campground, you might get a little coolness and a little breeze off of this, and it just goes right out to Lake Winnipesaukee here. So it's kind of pretty, right? So these are the unusual pull-throughs. They're right next to the little creek here. And as you can see, there's a space here in the front where you can disconnect and you can sort of pull through that way and get, move your truck or vehicle. A lot of people will park their vehicles in the back too. So it's just a different way of doing things, I guess. So tonight we're going to make a rub to go with our flat iron steak that we actually got from Wal Mart. And this is a cut that's kind of overlooked because it's a shoulder cut and it's not as impressive as maybe a strip steak or a ribeye or a filet mignon, but it is very tender and it also has some very nice flavor. So the rub is actually going to give it some additional flavor, and it will be very, very good cooked on the barbecue. So
I tell you what, we have had some great luck with Wal Mart steaks for whatever reason. I mean, you think Wal Mart steaks, but this flat iron here that we did, this Angus, we tried it a few nights ago and we're repeating it. It is so good, and it's from Walmart.
And it's very affordable as opposed to some of the
strip
steaks.
How much was that little steak there?
This is a 0.7 pound steak and it's $8.49.
We were just saying we had a $24 steak just a few nights ago. This was better.
And it wasn't as good. So what we're going to do with the rub is we're going to do 1 teaspoon of the paprika, and this is the smoked paprika. We're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of the garlic powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of herbes de Provence, a teaspoon of prepared mustard. I think a Dijon, this is what we used, but a Dijon mustard would be comparable to this. Maybe not the ones with the whole grain.
Do you have any Grey Poupon?
Yes. We're going to do a teaspoon of the olive oil and just a squeeze of the lemon juice. And what the lemon juice is going to do is it's going to make it a little bit more tender. And so we're going to put this on the iron steak for about an hour before we grill it. So we're going to mix everything together. We're going to add the teaspoon, that's about a teaspoon, of olive oil and a little squeeze of the lemon juice. And we're going to mix.
I tell you, this rub is good enough that
Dogs can hunt.
you may see this being sold by Luv Subbin Enterprises before the year is out.
We just mix that all together and we're going to rub that on the steak, sit it in the fridge for about an hour before we cook it up.
Comment below if you would buy Luv Subbin steak rub from our website.
Well, they don't need to buy it. I mean, it's so very easy to make.
We're not going to give it away.
It's so very easy to make, so.
All right, we'll include the recipe down below.
And we will.
But if you want to buy it, we'll do that too.
Correct. So we're going to just pull the steak out and we're going to rub this on there and we're going to let this sit in the fridge for about an hour before we cook it. And about 15 minutes before the grill is ready, we're going to take this out of the fridge and let it come to temperature. So we have a bunch of storms coming through. We have a tornado watch going out. So we are going to throw this on a nonstick pan.
You gotta improvise. Oh yeah.
We're going to throw this on for 4 minutes each side, and we should basically get the same results as we would out on the grill, but maybe not without
maybe a little less smoke.
A little bit less smoke, for sure. All right, so we're getting ready to flip this guy. I think it's looking pretty good. About 4 minutes. That's got a nice crust going on it. So we're going to put that one back in for 4 minutes. And the air fryer fryers are done. You can see what they look like.
Not bad.
Not bad.
You're the air fryer queen.
Yep. So we are going to be ready for steak and hummus. All right, so that steak can hunt. It's looking good, and we're going to let it rest.
Oh yeah, dog. That steak can hunt.
Yeah. Just going to let it rest here. With a cover on it. Should be good to go. Let's see how this turned out. I think this will be pretty perfect. About medium rare. Maybe a little bit more than maybe a little bit more than medium rare.
Yeah, it might be medium rare.
Medium or yeah.
Whatever it is,
it'll be good.
It'll be delicious. So normally Cindy does the tasting, but I'm going to try this because she did the steak this time. It is a perfect medium rare, probably.
Yeah.
Which we'll take.
Yep.
Okay. I tell you what, yet again, this Wal Mart steak, it's tender, it's got a beefy flavor. I'll say this though, the rub is not as prolific as it is on the grill. Okay, when I grill it, it seems like that rub just totally stands out and comes up. I'm thinking maybe on the pan, some of that rub gets onto the pan and disperses versus just staying on it in the grill. I'd say it's better on the grill, but this is a great job and it's going to be delicious.
Excellent.
All right, well that's going to about do it for our trip here at Ellacoya State Park. And you know,
finished with some ice cream.
Yeah, my family's been coming here since the 50s, and my favorite ice cream on the planet when I was a little kid was here, and it was peppermint stick ice cream, and we're finally getting some back here. Yep. And we're going to enjoy some peppermint stick ice cream and kind of...
And if you order a small, just be aware.
That's a small.
That's a small, and I got a lemon sorbet, which is good.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure I'll be able to finish this up. We might be bringing this back.
All right. But if you like this video,
give us a big thumbs up.
And if you think you've earned a subscription, click the subscribe.
And comment below if you've been to the Lake Winnipesaukee region and what you enjoyed here. Besides the ice cream.
Because we come out with RV and Airstream related videos just like this one every Tuesday.
Thanks for watching.
That's the taste of youth. That's the taste of childhood.
Look at this.